Hello everyone. Today we are introduction to special education in the English classroom, attention deficit hyperactive disorder in English learning classrooms. Let's start. Of course, teaching and managing ADHD in class is the subject of our presentation. We can see a child and around him are the feelings that a lot of ADHD children feel in classrooms. Worthless, bad, dumb, makes those feelings are very common with among ADHD children. Okay, let's start with the incidence of ADHD. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. ADHD is a syndrome that interferes with an individual's ability to focus, inattention part, regulate activity level, hyperactivity. He needs to move all the time and inhibit behavior, impulsivity. He interrupts you when you're talking in class. We'll see it when we get to the syndromes. It is one of the most common learning disorders in children and adolescents. It affects an estimated 4.1% of youths, ages 9 to 17, for a period of at least 6 months. Background to ADHD. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder affects children and teens and can continue into adulthood. ADHD is the most commonly diagnosed mental disorder of children. Children with ADHD may be hyperactive and unable to control their impulses, or they may have trouble paying attention. These behaviors interfere with school and home life. It is more common in boys than in girls. It is usually discovered during the early school years when a child begins to have problems paying attention. Adults with ADHD may have trouble managing time, being organized, setting goals, and holding down a job. They may also have problems with relationships, self esteem, and addictions. Causes, of course. The first cause is genetics. ADHD tends to run in families, and in most cases, it is thought the genes you inherit from your parents are a significant factor in developing the condition, brain function, and structure. Research has identified a number of possible differences in the brains of people who with ADHD compared to those who don't have the condition, although the exact significance of this isn't clear. Other possible causes: being born prematurely before the 37th week of the pregnancy, having a low birth weight, brain damage either in the womb or in the first few years of life, drinking alcohol, smoking or misusing drugs while pregnant, exposure to high level of toxic lead at a young age. Symptoms: how can we identify a child with an ADHD disorder in our classroom? The the symptoms are divided to three parts. The first part is inattention. He is easily distracted by any movement, by any noise. Every small creak of sound makes him turn his head around, doesn't follow directions or finish tasks at time, doesn't appear to be listening to you. It looks like something else is bothering him. Doesn't pay attention and makes careless mistakes. Has problems organizing daily tasks. You say you won't manage to do the task, he'll come to you every lesson. The teacher didn't have time to do the homework, doesn't like to do things that require sitting still, often loses things. This picture, as we can see, is about the second part of hyperactivity in class. All children are sitting, and suddenly you see him lift a chair or do something that is not considered usual in your classrooms. Moving around, going here, going there. Hyperactivity part. Okay, has trouble playing quietly. Let's say you give all the students time to play together like a game in English, and you see him making noise that interrupts all the other children. He's always moving, such as running and climbing on things. In teens and adults, this is more commonly described as restlessness. He's always moving in his chair. He's doing things, touching his pencil box, talks excessively to his friends. Impulsivity part has trouble waiting for his or her turn, blurts out answers, interrupts others. How can we manage ADHD children in our classroom? First of all, sit students in a place with little distraction. There's the place near the door where students are going in and out, going in and out. This is will interfere him very much. Make frequent visual contact with him so you'll stay on his edge. He knows you're looking and watching him, so it will motivate him to listen to you more carefully. Give short and clear instructions several times and repeat them again and again. Have students repeat the instructions to see they understood, and also the child with ADHD understood the instructions, or several children. Post checklists for the different tasks. Let's say you let the students read a paragraph and afterwards answer the questions. So you make sure first you read the paragraph, then answer the questions. You do you make assignments on the you write assignments on the board, and two check boxes. Have to have rewards in school work and homework. He did his homework. You get a V. You get a sticker. Good, well did. You give him a good letter to his parents. Write the objectives and instructions on the board. You give an assignment. You give something to do. You write all the things on the board. Use physical proximity and touch all the time. Move to him. Touch his shoulders sometimes. Stay focused with me. So he will be on his edge again. Very important. Communicate the value of accuracy over speed. They tend to do things very fast and not pay attention to if they did it accurately. So you should check if they do it. Use attention gestures before explaining. Let's say you tell the students when I do a big smiley on the board, you all have to look at me and listen to what I say. It's very important. Increase frequency and content of positive reinforcement. Okay, you need to say you need to tell him again and again, good job, well did. I'm very happy to see that you're cooperating with and you're doing the assignments well. Use and promote contracts with students and parents. If he does a good job, tell him every week, if you listen to me and you're a good student, I'm gonna give you a good letter to your parents. Give students a physical responsibility in class. He has to erase the board every time you need. He's giving if you're giving out a work page for the students. He goes up and he gives all the children the work page. Prearranged signals with students. When I do this, you have to listen. When I make a sound, when I make a noise, when I tap on my desk, use a folder for copies and homework. Make all students and also the child with ADHD keep a special folder for all the pages. So if you have an exam at the end of the semester, so he'll know why I have an exam. Where do I find all the material? It's in my folder. When reading, allow students to use a pen across the page. Very helpful. Consider having students complete every third question or item instead of answering each one. Provide a positive and non-threatening environment. Very important also. Okay, let's see. This is the YouTube link for the movie you should see. And beneath it are the questions you need to answer. Thank you, everyone.